Welcome to Off Camera, the UC Film Society show all about movies.
I'm Jake.
I'm Cam, and we'll be your directors for this episode. Welcome to the first episode of Season 3, guys. This is awesome. It's the start of a new semester, and we are really happy to be back, so thank you for being with us. As you know, Ollie has sadly left at the end of last season, but in his place, we have Ella. So welcome, Ella.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This week we'll just have a quick chat with Ella, see what she's been watching, and then we'll dive into all the stuff that we have missed from the past couple of months.
Actually, a ton to get into.
Which is a lot.
It's actually insane.
Today might be a little bit of a longer episode, but
try to make it concise.
That's all right.
Yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts.
I'm excited. So welcome, Ella.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, always.
A bit weird.
It's a bit weird without Ollie, actually.
Definitely weird.
It is. We'll get used to it.
We have to get used to it. Hopefully he'll come back and then
we'll have him back
will
as
be
a
restored.
guest, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you've been on the show before.
Yes.
Ella is a third-year student. She works as a liaison for Sky News at Parliament House, but also you are interested in directing and ACing, I believe.
Yep.
You're also the social media manager and marketing manager of the Film Society, which is awesome. And you also worked on Austin last year.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I've been up to. Well, I mean, not working on Austin. That is done.
That's
and it's
done.
out.
It's out on ABC.
ABC iView.
Have you watched it?
Yep.
Do you like it?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's funny. I mean, the humor, I will have to say, is much for, like, older people. But, like, I wouldn't say that us wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
It must be really weird, though, like, watching that, knowing that you worked on it, like, trying to remove yourself from it.
Yeah.
Is it easy to do that?
It is, but it's also, like, you know,
You're
how
like,
nothing...
hey, I remember that.
Hey, I was there.
for that.
I was there. But it's also like seeing it and then not seeing how like crazy, like it's all well put together and you don't see what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And the fact that you see like them they're at the Hyatt for the start of the episode, whereas we did that at the very, very, very end of the production.
Yeah,
It's
wow.
like, whoa.
That's really interesting.
It throws you off a bit. But
It's
it was good. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Must be a good experience, too.
The magic of editing.
The magic of
crazy.
editing.
Because you do that in your projects second year and third year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
usually you shoot it in order.
People
it's at a
try
lower
to.
scale.
Yeah, you try to
never.
because it's good to keep it in your brain.
I think some
Do what's
projects
easy.
benefit from having it shot in chronological order, but
Yeah.
some don't. It obviously depends on schedules and where you're shooting.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
locations most of all,
yeah.
and who's
Mm.
available.
Yeah.
I think for more students, locations and who's available.
Yeah.
There, it's budget and what's available to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because that for them, that's all they're working on.
Exactly.
Students obviously have other classes and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
students
yeah.
have other commitments, like other jobs
Yes,
Yeah,
that
and
too.
Other assignments to
and
do.
other assessments.
No. Let's just say our work would be better if there was no other
Oh.
assignment.
If it was just film.
Yeah.
If it was just film, it would be great.
Yeah.
So Ella, I know we talked about this last time, but
Yeah.
has it changed your favorite movie
Be
or
interesting to see if it's
series even?
Okay, I'll do my favorite series and favorite movie. So my favorite series at the moment is Baby Reindeer,
Oh yeah,
which
I
is
haven't
that
seen it yet.
it's that great. It's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it because of the stalking stuff. I like it because of how it was done.
Mm.
Amazing. And Richard Gad, I think that's his name.
Richard
probably-
Gad?
Gad, yeah.
Maybe.
He actually plays himself.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's actually put himself, he's reliving all the trauma and all of that again, just to make it a show. But my favorite film is that I went back down the path of musicals, which I usually don't do. I'm not a musical fan.
Mm.
And I rediscovered Chicago.
Oh no.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the puppets? I think that's been on TikTok lately.
That's gone crazy on TikTok. But that's the other reason why I rewatched it. I was like, I know this song. Why do I know this song? Oh, it's from Chicago. I'll rewatch it.
So that I can't remember the song, but we can't play it.
No, you can't. But yes,
play it, but
it's
yeah.
We Both Reach for the Gun. That's the song
Yes.
title.
Oh yes.
Not my favorite song out of the whole musical, but
It's boppy.
it's a really good song. But yeah, I rediscovered that and rewatched it, and I went, oh my god, I like this film.
I haven't seen that either, but I want to check it out.
It's-
Famously won Best Picture, so you know.
It's really good. The names in it as well, like the cast.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
Holy
Oh my god.
moly, it's crazy. The big names,
Yeah.
big names in there.
Oh, In the Heights. Have you seen In the Heights?
I have not.
I have.
Okay. And you didn't like it?
No.
Yeah, we talked about this a while ago.
No. It's way too long.
Musical movies, I'm not a big fan of. Like, Chicago's great because it's not too long. Oh, so same with the Sound of Music. Like, I don't mind Sound of Music, but, like, there's a lot that I just don't like. I'm not a big musical
Do you like La
fan.
La Land?
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I never end up finishing it most of the time now because I just go, yeah, okay, I know what happens, and I
Yeah,
just walk
fair.
away from it.
Yeah.
I usually only get through like the first couple of songs and go, okay, I'm a bit done.
I think the music is amazing in that.
Yeah.
And I think it's really well made. That's probably my favorite musical, I guess. Because I'm a huge Damien Chazelle fan. So.
I started it and I just couldn't.
I watched it the
fair.
whole first time. For the first time I watched
Yeah.
it all, but ever since then I just can't finish it. It's just too hard. Again, musical movies are way too hard for me.
I understand that.
Well, that'll be interesting then for Joker Part or Joker 2.
I have a lot of questions about that. We're going to talk about the trailers that have been released for that. I feel like they've kind of hid the musical elements. There will be. I wonder how hard they commit to it being a musical.
Yeah.
I
'cause
want them
there's-
to commit to it though.
You can notice there's bits in the trailer of like it could be delusion, but
Could be dream sequences.
could be.
I really hope if they're going to do it, they should do it. They shouldn't shy away from it because then it'll feel like, if they do it, they're at least taking a risk.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that would be cool.
Do you have a favorite director, Ella?
No,
It's
not at the
okay.
moment.
I
It
don't.
used to be Greta Gerwig, but after seeing her writing of Snow White, I've kind of stepped
Did she
back.
write Snow White?
Her and a couple others wrote Snow White.
The new one that's coming out?
Yeah, the new one. I still love her work, but
Oh, she's amazing.
I just don't know how I feel about the Snow White.
But yeah, why is she writing Snow White? Why is she making Narnia movies? Like, it's just like, I get it for the
I
money.
saw that. Yes, the Narnia stuff. I was like, hang on, what?
She's diversifying her skill set.
Like, Barbie was a good step for her because it's mainstream and, like, obviously successful, but it's still very much a Greta Gerwig film with her
Yeah.
themes. I don't see how Narnia and, maybe Snow White will, but
Is
I
she
don't s-
directing or just writing?
writing which one? Narnia.
Narnia.
She's directing it.
She's directing it.
She's
So
directing 2 films.
Yeah,
What?
I follow this page on TikTok that goes books that have been adapted into movies, and I saw Greta Gerwig with Narnia, and I went, "Why Narnia?"
Plus, we've already done that.
We
Yeah,
have done
and
that.
it's
There were a
amazing.
couple
Don't touch
of books that they didn't do, and the books were okay, but
The books are
there's
great. What are you
there's a
talking about?
reason they didn't make them into
Exactly.
movies. There's a reason they
Exactly.
only did
And-
was it 4 or 3?
3.
3. They only did those 3. Yeah.
And she will want to touch on all of them.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, like the new Harry Potter series that they're going
I
to be
don't
doing
want to
year
talk.
after
I
year after
don't
year.
like that.
We'll talk about that when it gets properly like
Announced.
I still
When
don't
we
know if
see a
that's
trailer?
happening. I
It
feel like
is,
that's
no,
not happening.
It's been
It is.
confirmed.
They
So
have casting and everything.
HBO has announced that they will be doing it. It's going to be a TV series instead of movies. But I've already seen casting leaks, so I already know who the cast is, and everyone is on the fence about it because they obviously have casted to make it more appropriate and more diverse and all that. And everyone's like, but in the books, they're all white. That's the biggest problem that a lot of fans are having at the moment.
J.K. Rowling's not involved in it, is she?
I don't know.
Wait, Tom Felton's coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Driver as Snape is kind of crazy.
I know
though.
that's
actually
a sick
insane.
casting, but Tom Felton.
But why is Tom Felton coming
because
back?
he can't make any money off of anything
Yeah,
else.
he does Uber Eats ads.
Yeah, all he can make money off of is his recent album that he releases based on Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He can only make money from Harry
dear.
Potter. Yeah, he's got sucked into that Harry Potter stuff, and he's been there since.
Wow, that's very conflicting. I want to see Adam Driver as Snape.
I do want to see Adam
that's
Driver as
kinda
Snape
crazy.
as well. That's
I
the
don't
best
know how I
casting
feel
I've seen.
about Helen Mirren as McGonagall though. I don't
No.
think anyone but Maggie Smith can do it, but I think like
Yeah.
she would crush it
yeah.
because
would
it's
crush
Helen Mirren.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's everybody. The problem is with these kind of series, it's like you can't replace the actor because
No.
they've done so much for the role, and they, in a lot of people's minds, are that person.
When Harry Potter came out, like, to be honest, the first 2 movies, we didn't exist. And
Yeah.
then from that, it was 1995 and like early
No,
2000s.
2001
Oh, yeah.
was the first one?
No, 1999.
Yeah, no,
99.
no.
The second one, I think, is 2001.
No, Philosopher's Stone, 2001.
Oh, okay. Well, it was filmed in 99.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
But, like, ever since then, like, we've grown up with it. So has pretty
Yeah.
much everyone who's at uni right now. Whereas, like, it's the kids who haven't grown up with it or who don't want to watch these ones because I will say, when I saw the 5th one in cinemas, I was like, wow, this is taking a dark turn. I thought this was going to be like the 4th film where it was a bit like
even
dark,
like
but
Prisoner
still
of
nice.
Azkaban.
That was
it went a
dark.
little bit darker, but like the first two,
Mm.
because
I love
my
the first
grandma
two.
has a thing of only buying like she doesn't buy M DVDs and above,
Oh.
so she
Can't
only
relate.
has the first 2 or 3 Harry Potter films,
Yeah.
and then the rest of them she's like,
'Cause
no,
they're
they're
M.
too scary for the little kids.
Yeah.
I think it's smart the way they change the tones for
but
people growing up.
I think it's better. I like it.
I
Yeah, me too.
loved how it started off so like innocent, and then by like the third film, you can already tell like, oh, we're getting darker, and then
Yeah.
it just and that's why it was so amazing.
Yeah,
And
for
now
sure.
they want to remake it, and I'm like, no, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
We can't have anything nice. Like
don't
nothing
make
can
it
stay.
don't make it a TV show.
No.
Please don't.
Reshoot it with all the actors now.
Yeah, because I'm
See,
sure
just
I'm sure
CG
Emma
de-age
Watson
them
and
like they
Daniel
did for
Radcliffe.
Harrison Ford in Dial of Destiny.
Oh, God.
Oh, actually, we'll talk about him in
Yeah, we
as well.
will. God,
But okay, cool. Let's move on because we're
Yes.
going to talk
yeah,
about
we
this a
could
lot.
have we could
Um,
harp on that for a while.
What have you been watching recently?
I watched a Netflix movie called Mother of the Bride
Okay.
when I was
Sounds great.
really unwell. What the hell is all I could say. So my mum put it on because we both had the flu, and she was like, let's watch
Lovely.
a Netflix movie. This looks cool because my sister's getting married, and we're like, let's watch it. I was really I watched it. She didn't. She had to walk away. I just sat and watched. I was like, I'm gonna sit through all of this because it's so bad.
What did you say it was called? Sorry.
Mother of the Bride. It came out this year on Netflix. I could not believe what I watched and the plot. It starts off obviously with a young couple that's gonna get married in a month of getting engaged. That's crazy.
That's like this Married at First Sight. Actually,
That's exactly what it is.
they've been filming that in Sydney at the moment.
I'm not shocked.
There's heaps. I've been. People are telling me like, "Hey, you should get on this production. It's filming right now." And like, no, we don't want to play that.
No.
But it's so funny.
But so they get married in a month. They travel to this like tropical island. It's like yippee, like we're all getting married, all happy. And then this girl's soon-to-be husband's dad had a relationship with her mother.
Oh, is it? So that's the. We're just looking at the IMDb page.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
And then it just starts to get really weird. Like the parents start falling in love with each other, and then the mother of the bride's like, I don't think he likes me, and she's getting all upset and all that. Someone said siblings through marriage, lovers by choice,
Oh.
because the parents engage on their wedding day. Like, it's Netflix.
Jake, give us a quick rattle through of what you've been watching. Very quick.
Watched a few things recently. I'll go like the past 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I watched The Hudsucker Proxy, which is a Coen Brothers movie. It's a screwball comedy set in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Great concept, great cast, really funny, really smart. I really like their movies, so I liked it. I rewatched Martin Scorsese's After Hours, which is pretty much just uncut gems before uncut gems, basically about a night gone wrong in New York City late at night. Awesome movie, really funny, really well done. I finally checked out the new Planet of the Apes movie that came out this year, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I didn't get to see it in theaters. They put it on Disney Plus. It was fun. It was good. It was a bit too long. I like those movies a lot though. The CGI in that one, as the other one's amazing, but it really missed the Caesar, Andy Serkis that the other ones have. And then I watched M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. I'll get back into that when we rattle through the stuff that came out recently, but it's one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah, I've been keen for Trap. Like,
It's an amazing movie. It's got very mixed ratings. People really dislike M. Night Shyamalan in this movies for reasons some I see, some I don't.
I honestly didn't watch very much. But I don't know if I said this, but I watched The Sea Beast, which Ollie recommended to me, and it's really good. It's like How to Train Your Dragon mixed with Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
Really,
I can
really
see
good.
why he likes it then.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It also says here that I've watched Labyrinth, but not that Labyrinth.
The David Bowie Labyrinth?
No, the Ella
No,
Crane.
the High Labyrinth.
The better one, yeah.
The better one, obviously.
Also, all of Ella's films. No, not all of them.
The one.
If you go to Letterboxd and have a look on Jake or my profiles, you'll find like films that we've done for like The Dropoff, Run, Labyrinth,
Stumbling Home.
Stumbling Home, a whole bunch of things. So
Great
if you
works of
have
art.
watched them at like one of our screening nights, go and give them a rating.
Yeah.
They're
Be
on
honest.
Letterboxd.
But I also watched Inside Out 2, which
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
was
yeah.
really, really good. And it hit a lot of spots that were quite emotional for me. And
I think
it was so well done.
I think we've all seen that, so we can cover that now if we want. I was going to get into it a bit later, but what did you guys think of that movie? Cam, you liked it?
I loved it.
I really liked it.
I thought it was the best Pixar movie in a while.
Yeah.
I was a bit skeptical about it. I was like, do we need an Inside Out 2? But now I can see the necessity for Inside Out 3 and Inside Out 4.
Yeah.
Like, this is a franchise
Stuff that we can grow with.
Exactly.
Well.
This
And
is a
that's what they were
franchise that
banking
makes sense to keep going on because it covers a child as they grow up.
Yeah.
Through each stage of their life, the way this handled the themes of anxiety being in your teenage year.
Envy. Like, envy's a big thing as well growing up, not just anxiety.
100%.
And the boredom and the embarrassment. Like, they picked as well the emotions so well. Like, they picked the right ones.
Ennui.
Maya Hawke's anxiety actually is an amazing performance.
Amazing.
Like,
really good.
so well done. Yeah, I thought it looked great. I was really happy with it. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought the nostalgia as well.
Yeah,
that was quite funny.
amazing.
Yeah, some amazing bits. I love the whole sequence when they're in the vault and they encounter the video game character and the dark secret.
Yeah.
Like, that is just great writing and something you don't really see from Pixar anymore.
No.
That kind of like smart, in touch with feelings. I think Inside Out is like one of their better franchises of recent time, at least.
I think that because as much as like what Disney's trying to get a hold of them more and more and more and more and have more control of what they do, whereas Inside Out, for as much as Disney has control, I think Disney lets them go there because it's something that is loved by several people. And several people would riot if it was done poorly.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't already announce Inside Out 3 at Disney 23. They're probably still working on if they have an idea, a story.
Probably announce it next
But
year.
it did amazing at the box office.
Oh, yeah.
It's made a lot of money, so.
It could be because it's still in cinemas. That would be.
Yeah, it's probably too
It's
soon. It's probably too
doing
soon.
You don't wanna
so well that
jump on it.
It's still there.
Yeah,
It's still playing in cinemas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's how
But
that's how
yeah, it
well
did-
it's doing.
It did really well.
How
yeah.
how far was Oppenheimer? It was there for like
That was
a couple months.
Yeah, that was there until at least November.
Yeah, that was nuts.
From July
But like,
to November.
yeah, popular films that
Yeah.
hit with like social media.
Yeah.
Those other
Yeah,
things.
it's been in cinemas for almost now like 2 full months.
Came out in June, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm glad it's good. I was going to be disappointed because I don't think it's better than the first one, but you know they're both really good, and it's a worthy successor.
Definitely go and watch it if you still haven't. But it'll be out on Disney Plus. I
Very
imagine,
soon.
Pretty
Very
soon.
soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've already kind of teased it coming out on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can pretty much guess that it's Disney kind of, it'll come out on Disney Plus anyway.
Yeah.
But I also watched The Blair Witch Project as
What a film!
What a film.
yeah.
No soundtrack, nothing.
No, it was amazing. This was for research for a horror film that Ella and I are also making.
Oh, that's awesome! I can't wait to see your horror
So
film.
Wow.
we're super keen. We were gonna shoot a couple weeks ago, but Ella got sick.
Sorry.
But that's okay. We're gonna shoot it now in November. We'll be doing it out at Namadgi overnight. A little bit of
Awesome.
unorthodox, like we're camping there, but
Yeah.
I'm keen for it.
I'm keen for it too.
I haven't seen many horror movies made by students, especially
No.
like any of our
No.
screenings or anything. Like I guess maybe the Forest, that could kind of feel horror-esque, but it's more comedy.
Horror comedy.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
this is like it's proper.
This is going to be horror.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are trying it. I'm glad you like that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it too.
I really liked it. Yes,
Yeah.
let's talk about the movie. No,
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't
not
mean
us.
to bring it
Ignore
back to
that.
the movie, but
yeah. No, the Blair Witch Project, it was so good. The believability and
Oh my God.
the if we watched it behind the scenes afterwards, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. So
And how
what
they
they
did it.
did for the cast is they gave them the supplies, they gave them a couple of tips and tricks on how to use the cameras and stuff, and then they drop them.
In the forest.
They just dropped them in the forest, and then every couple of days they'd send in like instructions of where to go, or the general thing that they wanted it to focus them on. But this was like there was no crew,
No script.
almost no crew, very little
Script. Tiny script.
and it's so good. It is the found footage film.
it was the first one.
It was the first one.
I can't even
Yeah.
imagine seeing this in cinemas when it came
yeah.
out. 'Cause
Absolute
your mind would be blown.
staple.
Yeah. Because
There are still a bunch of people that think this is real as well.
Yeah,
And-
so like that was the whole point. The whole
so
point was
good.
to make it real because no one has ever done a horror like that before, and they wanted to test it out. And
Yeah.
it's very, and what I like about it is because it's still very student-esque. You've got filmmakers who got cast who are pretending to be student filmmakers going out to go film a documentary for an assessment, and it all goes terribly wrong.
Yeah.
And that, like, it's terrifying.
The last 10, 15 minutes of the movie are unforgettable. So terrifying. When he's in the corner, it's just like, oh my God.
It was, to be fair, it didn't help that we were watching it at the same time. So when that came up, I laughed because it was kind of dumb. But I imagine if you're watching that in cinemas, that would be terrifying.
Watching it by yourself
I watched it for the first time at 1 a.m.
Yeah, no. It's terrifying.
Started at 1 a.m. It's not that long of a movie, but 2:30 that finished, and I was like, God dang.
So it had a budget of $60,000 and it made 250 million nearly.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a bunch of spin-offs from it, but this is like...
Yeah, they made a second film.
Yeah, there's a newer one, and it's a little bit...
I haven't seen
less student,
No.
and you can tell, but it's...
I know I think there's a TV show, and then there's a second movie. The second movie is... There's so many I know, but the second movie is specifically like a brother of one of them going to find them because they've been missing. And then again, everything happens again. Everything, like, friendships break and... People
the same kind of thing.
It's the same thing, but nothing will beat the first one.
Yeah,
it was too good.
It was amazing.
Awesome movie.
Yeah. And finally, last week in reading movies, we watched The Babadook.
How did you think about that one?
I gave it a 2.5. It was okay. It was kind of fresh, but not really. I think the ending, the last act, was garbage with how it was. The continuity wasn't there with the themes and the way it was told from the rest of the other acts. But yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't say it's the best.
No.
And if you're looking for a better horror movie, watch The Blair Witch Project.
I liked it.
Because it does everything good that the Babadook doesn't do.
I liked it when I first watched it, but the more I sat with it, I kind of liked it less. It's impressive in some areas. I think the main performance is really good. But yeah, it's a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, and I hate that kid with a passion.
Oh, that's about the
yeah.
I hate him.
When I first saw it, I was what? When did it come out?
It came out 2015.
Yeah, so I saw it the first year of like high school or something, or the second year, and I honestly was terrified. But then coming back into it and seeing it, as a study, I'm like, it's not that scary anymore.
It's not really scary.
It's not particularly.
It's got some strong themes
scary.
though, but like Cam said, they don't really come together.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the main big part of this episode. Everything we missed. So,
yes.
Jake, do you want to just quickly hit us with all of the upcoming releases that got announced?
Upcoming releases that got announced. Do you want to do the stuff we missed first, or?
Oh yeah, stuff we missed.
Yeah.
Then the upcoming release.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
we'll talk about it.
So I looked back at the letterbox, tried to see when we stopped, doing it. I do believe we missed Furiosa because I would have made you guys do an episode.
That was we actually for that we partnered with Dendy Cinemas for the screening with the UC Film Society at the end of last semester, and the winner of the big prize was a double pass to the gala dinner
Opening
for
night.
it. Yeah, on the opening night, and I believe that we gave it to Josh Callahan, who was it for Stumbling Home or was it for Coffee Order?
Stumbling Home. Oh, Coffee Order.
No, I think it was for Stumbling Home.
No, it was for Stumbling Home.
Okay, my bad. I love Coffee Order.
Yeah, we gave it to Josh for Stumbling Home.
Yeah.
So
yeah, seems like he really enjoyed it. Did
he
you guys
really
see
enjoyed it.
I have not seen it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
He said I've got a photo of him next to the poster looking like a child.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, he said he really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I saw it twice in the span of 24 hours. I saw it opening night in IMAX.
Wow.
And then the next day I got invited to see it in D-Box, which is like the 4D at Hoyt's.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Both awesome experiences. I love this film. Probably my third favorite film to come out this year. People didn't really like it. It did terribly at the box office.
Little thing on IMAX and that real quick.
Yeah.
If you don't know,
It's coming to Canberra.
it's coming to Canberra. There's one of the Dendy Cinemas is going to be converted to an IMAX theater.
So exciting.
I think it'll be
November this year.
yeah, sometime at the
When I'm leaving Canberra.
by the end of the year.
Ha
Oh no.
Yep.
Unlucky.
At least there's one in Sydney.
Yeah.
That's very true.
It's a big
Or you
one
could come
too.
down here, just for this one,
Yeah.
just to judge them. You know.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
you have to.
Perhaps. I feel like I do
IMAX
have to.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be one in Dendy at the end of this year.
Yeah. And now
Cool.
Dendy also shows movies on film. So hopefully
Yes.
we can get a combination of the two. IMAX 70mm. Would
Yes.
be glorious.
And I think that's the plan as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because is there a 70mm in Sydney?
No.
It's
So if they
only
did
in
that.
Melbourne.
Yeah. Another film that came out kind of close to Furiosa is Hitman. It only came out on Netflix. Didn't get
Oh,
released in
with,
theaters
Glenn
with Glenn
Powell.
Powell. Did
Yeah.
you see it?
No.
It's on my list.
It's
Yeah,
an
it's on my
awesome
list
movie.
too.
I really loved it. Directed by Richard Linklater.
Yeah.
Written by Richard Linklater with Glenn Powell. Really funny, really smart. The two actors together have great chemistry. Not the type of movie you think it would be from the trailers. It goes in a lot of different directions. Glenn Powell gives one of my favorite performances of the year. I love him.
He's been in a lot lately.
Speaking of Glenn Powell, another movie that came out was Twisters. I also saw this in IMAX.
Yeah.
Awesome
good?
movie. I loved this too. It's not my favorite movie of the year, but I didn't have high expectations for it, and I was like pleasantly surprised. Daisy Edgar-Jones is also in this. She's amazing.
Isn't there also a 4D version of it?
Yes, I really
that
wanted
kept
to
getting
do this
booked out.
because that was really good. Apparently,
Yeah.
I didn't get to do it, but it's a good movie. I recommend it. I think it's still in theaters. Another movie that came out, I saw it in America over the break. Kinds of Kindness. It came out a bit later in Australia. It's the new film by Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh, yeah.
Directed Poor Things. Came out recently. It stars Jesse Plemons, Willem Dafoe, Emma Stone. Got a great cast, and it's a anthology movie, so it's a film with 3 separate stories. Not my favorite type of film. I don't really like those types of movies because I'd rather just have one complete story. But it's a really weird, really idiosyncratic and dark but funny movie, and I really liked it. I was a little bit disappointed. I was a big fan.
Anthology done better than the
French Dispatch for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's
I'm
3
glad we're
movies.
thinking of the same thing.
It's 3 movies, but they're not like short. Like it's 45 minutes. It's a long movie. So I felt like it did serviceably in
Almost
anthology.
3
I just don't
hours,
like those
jeez.
types of movies. That's still in theaters too. And Dendy played it in 35mm, which I wanted to go to, but I wasn't that big of a fan of the movie to go again. Another film that came out that was huge is the movie Longlegs, the horror movie. Did you guys see this?
No, I have not
No
seen it
idea.
yet, but I'm still wanting to go see it.
This movie got hyped. It was called the scariest movie of the past 10 years. And apparently Micah Monroe, the lead's like heartbeat went up 120
Yeah. That was all
when
real.
she first saw Nick Cage. I saw it and I
Yeah.
hated it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was very disappointed by this movie. I
To
thought
be
it wasn't
fair-
scary at all.
You're gonna say because it's got Nicolas
Well,
Cage in it?
I didn't watch the rest of adaptation because I don't like Nicolas Cage.
No,
I don't like him
adaptation is
either.
an amazing
It feels-
movie.
It's a great
It felt
film,
like
thank
the
you.
the episode of Community, Nicolas Cage, Good or Bad.
Oh,
Oh,
That I'm a cat. I'm a
I've been rewatching
cat.
Community, and that might be the best show. It's not, but it's good. No, Nick Cage is good in it, but he feels like it's a different movie than the lead actress and the tone. It's the main reason why I hated it. It's so derivative of the best horror movies of all time. It's very similar to Silence of the Lambs, but in such a worse way, and it just made me think of like, several other movies I wanted to be watching instead. Goes in some terrible directions. I mean, people really seem to like it, and it's got some interesting ideas. If you're gonna make a horror film, it's worth watching. But
yeah. Well, that's why I want to see it.
I was disappointed.
Yeah, that's why I want to see it. It's just some extra research. But I've heard like, it's like I've heard some people say it's scary, and then some people say, oh no, it was actually kind of funny. Like as Nicolas Cage playing this character was kind of hilarious.
Yeah, which works sometimes, but not when the tone of everybody else is on another level.
Yeah.
It was tough to stomach because I had really high expectations, and I think that's part of a reason why I didn't like it. If that just came out and I saw it, I would have been like, oh, pretty good.
Yeah, if it didn't get the crazy amount of hype, and you would have a different
See,
expectation.
Cam just showed a trailer that said the best serial killer since Silence of the Lambs. That is not true. But we can move on. The big Marvel movie that came out was Deadpool and Wolverine.
And
have you seen it yet?
one scene of I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it
but
either.
I keep getting TikToks of
Gambit?
No, I
What?
keep
Oh,
I
no,
keep getting the one of Wolverine.
Wolverine's
Yes.
shirts ripping off.
Yeah. Never mind. I
keep
guess
getting
I
that.
just
I'm on
spoiled the movie,
I'm on
but it's
the
been out
wrong
for a
side
bit.
of TikTok.
Clearly.
Yeah.
This movie was everything I hate about superhero movies nowadays.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It sacrificed a story for moments where the audience could clap and cheer because they saw something they
I
recognized.
would say cameos. Was that a big thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
terrible. Ryan Reynolds, the Deadpool shtick is totally done for me. I like the first Deadpool movie a lot. The second one's
yeah.
okay, but
The
It
first
was
one's great.
because it was new. It was a new
yeah,
kind of
but they
thing.
didn't have the budget that a Marvel movie had. That's why it was like charmful and clever. Now they do, so it's a bit weird.
Oh, yeah.
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is amazing, and he's worth watching in the movie. The action scenes are pretty good. I didn't totally hate it, but yeah, it was like I said, everything I hated about superhero movies. Yeah, bring Hugh Jackman back after Logan, which is probably the best send off for like a character performance. It's not the same version of Wolverine, but
No.
they brought him back, and he's there again.
And
They
he's-
didn't. Yeah,
He's amazing.
they try and give him like a trauma flashback, backstory, but it just doesn't work at all. The plot is paper thin, and I guess like it's just like it's definitely like a fun movie, but I
That's
kind of
all
want
it is.
movies to be more than that. Some people don't, and that's a lot of people really like this. It's got a really high Letterboxd rating of 3.7, higher than a lot of my favorite movies, which really, really disappoints me.
8.1 on IMDb.
Yeah, I think I'd be curious to see what you guys think about it.
Yeah,
But
We'll have to. Well, we're gonna go and watch it soon. aren't we?
yeah, the cast list is crazy. It's just a
Yeah.
bunch of big
You will get
names.
spoiled
It's
if you
just
go through the cast
all
list.
cameos.
Oh, do you know what's funny? I got spoiled the first day it came out, and someone had taken a photo of the credits
That's crazy.
and posted it everywhere. And I went, oh well, I
There
know
was a
who's
lot of
in it.
fake ones going around of that.
Yeah, but this was
it
the
might have
real
been
one,
the real
and then I was like, this can't be real, and then they kept getting spoiled. So I kind of know who's in it and who's not, and what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna go see it even if I've been spoiled.
Just like I don't understand sort of this movie. It was so bizarre and so baffling, but a lot of people seem to really love it. So, maybe I'm just a hater. 3 movies that came out recently that I didn't see. I'll just run through these really quickly because I don't have thoughts on them either. But
Yeah.
I really wanted to see A Quiet Place Day 1. That got really good reviews. I like the
Yeah.
first 2. So I'm still looking to see that. Maxine, which is the closing film in the trilogy of X and Pearl, Mia Goth, Ty West. I didn't see this either. Didn't get the best reviews. I'll still look to see it. And a film that came out last week is the Borderlands film. It's got 8% in Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about it.
It
Which
made
one? Borderlands.
Yeah.
Oh,
it made $8.8 million at the box office off like a $200 million budget. Yeah, 100. Oh, okay, not
120,
I exaggerated.
But it's made
Oh, it's got 9% now. Nice.
so much less.
Yeah, I love the games,
Yeah.
but I knew this was going to be
Yeah,
bad. I don't know why people even bothered to go out and see it. And it seems like a lot of people
Seems
didn't.
like no one can make a good video game movie. Like, what the hell?
Well, a lot of good video game TV shows.
That's true.
Last of Us
Mario
season
was pretty
2.
good,
Yeah,
but it wasn't
It's not amazing.
real life.
But yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to do video games, you kind of have to do TV. But Borderlands is a video game that it's like, why make this a movie? Like, it's not.
It didn't
doesn't
need
have
to.
a.
Nothing. The last game to come out was
Borderlands
3,
3.
and that wasn't
No.
too great. I don't think they.
I don't even know what game it's adapting, but whatever.
Yeah,
probably all of them smashed into one.
Yeah, it seems like it was a really messy production.
It's just the guy with the gas mask.
I might watch it when it's on streaming, but.
Yeah, I might do that
If
too.
I don't
but
have
I
to
won't
pay
see
any
it
extra
until-
money for it. I won't.
And lastly, Trap. I just wanted to cover this again. It's got one of the most original and fresh ideas for a movie I've seen in recent memories. Do you guys know what this is about?
I have seen the trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I do want to see it.
I think I know what's
It's so thrilling,
don't say
but it's
anything.
also very funny. It's very
Yeah.
comedic intentionally. Josh Hartnett gives my favorite performance of the year. He's so good in it. He plays so many different, roles. It looks amazing. It's shot by the same guy that shot Challengers,
Oh, okay,
which is
yeah.
the best visual looking movie this year besides Dude 2.
The DOP for Challengers has done so much. I
Yeah.
like he's not really talked about that much.
He
but-
is awesome. I love his work. There's some shots in Trap that just made me so happy because I also love M. Night and his visual style. Some of the writing might throw some people off in like the dialogue, but I think it's kind of intentional. It's either a love it or you hate it movie, and I loved it.
And I feel like I'm gonna love it.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I've seen the trailer. I think so many times, and I'm like, oh, I need to go see this. I need to go see this.
I
need
had
to go
high
see this.
expectations because
Yeah.
I like M. Night's movies a lot.
He also
and-
did Call Me by Your Name, the cinematographer, and Beckett, and a whole lot of other things. It's
Yeah, he does a
nuts.
lot of Luca Guadagnino films.
Yeah.
He did Grand Tour, not the Grand Tour. That's different. I'm so keen for it.
His work is very impressive, and it's a good movie. So yeah. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all.
That's
there might
kind
be
of
some
the
other
releases.
smaller stuff.
There is a bit of movie news though that kind of is new
Yeah,
releases.
That
will-
one released this Friday that I'll talk about real quick is the new Alien film, Alien Romulus. Really hope this is good.
Yeah.
I'm not going with the highest expectations, but the trailers look pretty cool.
Mm.
I like that they're going back to a really horror and gory style of the film. I think it's premiered and got some good reviews, but
Yeah, so I've seen the 4D one where they've got when it premiered and they've got actual fake bodies with
was that
aliens on their face. Yeah,
Covenant.
yeah, I think so. But people have walked out of that from the premiere like, oh my god, that was amazing. That was a great film. Or
I'm
they've
excited.
Walked out scared.
yeah. The first Alien film was one of my favorite movies ever. So I hope it's good. And I'm going to see it this weekend, so I'll get back to you guys.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And yeah, we can go into the movie news now.
Very
Alright.
A lot of big
All right.
events.
Yeah.
Oh, just an update on the Dendy cinemas. It's only laser.
Oh.
Ah,
For
okay.
the
I wonder if
IMAX.
they'll include film in some.
They might in the future.
I mean,
in the future,
we can bully them into doing it.
Sydney also does laser, so
Yeah, but even then.
But hey, it's great that we're getting it here.
That's the point. It's the huge screen.
Yeah. I mean, IMAX is the best way to see a film, in my opinion.
Well, there's new trailers out.
Yeah.
So the main one that I wanted to talk about, because I don't really care that much about Gladiator, I'll be honest.
You don't care about the Gladiator trailer?
Honestly, the first one.
No. But
I
agree. But about the trailer,
I'm not too excited. I'm not as excited as you are.
I thought that trailer was awesome.
It was cool, but it didn't kind of make me want to go and watch it right now. It'll be more like I'll watch it later, because I didn't really enjoy the first one too much.
I don't love it. I like it, but the second one's got such a great cast that I'm so pumped.
Because even for the deep dive, which we talked about, I can't remember what I said, but it wasn't as much as Ollie hyped it up to be.
Definitely not.
But it was okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much I'm keen for the second one, to be honest, but Joker 2 is what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of behind the scenes for this movie, and it's amazing.
I hope it's good.
The DP, Larry Sher, who also does Shot Deck, which I talk about too much, he has like a big book of everything from behind the scenes for it, and he keeps it, I forget where it is, but he's got like a lock on it that only specific people are allowed to see.
Yep.
And it I want to see it because it's got stills and passages and everything from behind the scenes. It's so cool. But the trailer is really interesting because it hides the fact that it's like, it doesn't show how much of it is a musical. It has a very specific scene that we know is going to be a musical, but there's a lot of shots of the characters kind of singing but with no background music, and I think they're doing a good job of like showing that it's a musical without having it too much that pushes people away. Which is a big thing. Like, a lot of people don't like.
People would not go if
films.
they just knew it was a musical.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, I really hope if they're gonna do it, they commit to it.
Yeah.
They don't just like do one scene and then that's it. You can't really call it a musical. There's a musical scene, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Commit to it, but not over.
No, of course. I don't want it to be the whole film.
No,
but I want them to do it if they're going to do it.
Have some element in it. Yeah.
And from what I've seen from the cinematography stills,
oh, beautiful.
Stunning as always.
It looks stunning.
Yeah.
What other trailers came out?
There's trailers for Nosferatu, which is my most anticipated movie of the year, directed by Robert Eggers, who made The Witch, The Lighthouse. It's a adaptation of Nosferatu, the classic story. It's got a great cast: Willem Dafoe, Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah, wow.
Bill Skarsgård's playing Nosferatu. The trailer came out. It looks amazing. I'm so excited for this. It comes out on Christmas Day, the same day as A Complete Unknown, which is the new Timothée Chalamet film.
Yes.
He's playing Bob Dylan.
Yes.
The trailer came out for that. He's singing in the trailer. I think his voice sounds great and similar to Bob Dylan. I'm really excited for this. I like Bob Dylan's music a lot.
Elle Fanning in it too.
Edward Norton.
Yeah.
It's directed by James Mangold, who's made some music biopics before, and also Logan. So, you know what? I think this is going to be great.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, and they are both coming out the same day.
The still, just looking at the trailer stills, that thumbnail looks too much like Wonka.
Yeah, he does have a, when they put him in costume all the time, I'm like, that looks like this person. Oh, that looks like the other person.
Yeah.
He has a type. He's I feel like he's starting to come as a typecasting.
Yeah.
And I feel like he is just allowing it to happen at the moment.
Ooh, quick. Another trailer came out recently was the movie, trailer for the movie Saturday Night, which is about the first episode of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And it's going to take place about how leading up to it's like an hour and a half before the episode. So it's going to be like 90 minutes and it's about an hour and a half before the episode. It's got a great cast as well. Willem Dafoe, J.K. Simmons, a lot of good child actors like Gabriel LaBelle, Cooper Hoffman, Rachel Sennett's in it.
Oh, wow.
It's a great concept. And you know what? I hope that's good too. But yeah, those are like the trailers that came out. We can get into the...
Do you want to let's do D23 first.
You want to trash Comic-Con?
I want to trash
Me too.
Comic-Con. Just a little bit, because it's dumb.
No, it's dumb.
And it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's okay.
People might know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
No, D23 was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of the things that they announced were just like, some of them could be ringing some of those series a little bit dry, but I'm excited for it because Pixar is involved, and we love Pixar.
We do.
Our favorite animation studio.
Yeah.
Love
Alongside
Pixar.
Ghibli.
Yes.
Alongside Ghibli.
Yes. Important to note that.
But let's start with Avatar: Fire and Ash.
This was my favorite thing.
Oh, really?
I got so
think
excited.
They're going on the same theme as The Way of Water.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the title, which
Yeah.
I like. I don't know, because this will be the third
Yeah.
Avatar film.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for the sixth.
No, I'm not.
I don't know if they can keep an audience for.
I'm ready for the
6
third though. Did you see the concept art?
I haven't.
I have
no.
seen the concept art.
it looks amazing.
So cool.
I love James Cameron. I love the Avatar films. I love that he's getting to realize his vision. People will complain about, like the length of those movies and the stories, but you know what? It's so visionary. It's so impressive.
Wow.
He's really looked after the whole series as well. So
he really
it's
cares
in
about them
good
too.
hands.
He puts so much work into them.
Yeah, it's so cool, isn't it?
That's incredible.
yeah.
That's so cool.
This was my favorite thing that came out of D23.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Avatar. I mean,
That's fair.
from the first film, I was really confused by it. I was like, what is this? Then I saw the second one in cinemas because my friend's sister is obsessed with it. And I was
Yeah.
like, actually, this is so cool. There's a vision, and it's very clear that there's a vision and there's an idea, and he's really working on it.
There's still
I'm
one
actually-
shot in it that blows my mind.
Way of
It's
Water-
when they step off the Banshees for the first time and their feet touch the sand, but then
Yeah.
also the water rolls over it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's all CG.
The budget
How
is
the
crazy.
hell do they?
The
do
shot
that?
I remember the most is when she's looking in the water and some of the reflections in that is just how did a
amazing.
human make this?
I need to watch it again.
Yeah, it's a perfect
It's
film.
so good. Yeah.
It's amazing.
So that's why I'm really excited
Not
for this.
perfect.
It's perfect.
It's really good.
It's amazing.
It's perfect.
I think from when I trashed on it to begin with to my second watching, where I loved it, I love it even more now.
I'm glad to hear that. That's coming out December 19th, 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also coming out in November, actually, Arcane Season 2. They've been releasing a lot
nice.
of stuff for it. I've been on...
This year?
Yeah. I've been on that bandwagon since I started watching it
Yeah, you've always had that up.
last year, and I love it. I've watched it 4 times.
Mhm.
It's great. You should watch it. It might not be your cup of tea, but it's
League
cool.
of Legends is usually not my cup of tea, but I like the animating style.
League of Legends, the game.
Sucks.
I will stay as far away from... Okay.
I'm so sorry.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I will stay as far away from that as possible, but as a TV show,
It's great.
on its own, it's amazing.
I've heard great things only.
Yeah.
The only thing that I've heard that might be iffy is that I might not enjoy the dynamic and the plot as much. But my sister keeps telling me, "Oh, you'll love the animation style as an arts student." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
There's even if you're just looking at it for the animation style, there's one episode that is beyond awesome.
Well, it's that animation style that's loved. Like in Love, Death and Robots, there's
And
two.
Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, and
Yeah, like that style where
Spider-Man
it's still
across the
cartoonish.
Spider-Verse, Into the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse,
Cartoonish, but
Good
still
movies.
animated.
Around the
By the way,
Spider-Verse, before the
Into the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse is being screened at the NFSA, Arc Cinema,
really?
for free.
When?
September 19th.
Oh.
It's a Wednesday. I booked my ticket. You guys should come. September 18th.
He's so shocked. Hang on, he's booked something.
September 18th.
September 18th.
I'm flying to Singapore on that day.
You miss out.
You're going to Singapore? That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you're-
going to watch the Formula One in Singapore.
I know.
that's really cool.
I'm
so keen.
jealous about that.
Yeah. Everyone I tell, it's yeah.
Well, I'll let you know how Spider-Verse is.
Yes, please.
It's
You can
a pretty good
we'll
movie.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
We'll
FaceTime
FaceTime while
the
I'm on
whole-
the plane.
Yeah.
Because
You gotta pay for Wi-Fi.
There's a panel afterwards. It's gonna be cool.
if it's international, it'll be free, right?
Nah, I had to pay for Wi-Fi. It was horrid.
I mean, it's an 8-hour flight, so $20 might be worth it.
Worth it to watch the Spider-Verse
Yeah.
on your phone.
Off Jake's phone through
Jake's
my
phone.
phone.
Yep.
Through crappy Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I'm excited to see that on the big screen again.
Yeah. What else came out? Toy Story 5,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is, I guess, this is
Coming
what
out
I
next
meant
year.
by wringing it
Yeah.
out dry.
Next year.
Yeah.
I don't Toy Story 4. It wasn't as much loved, but it looked really good,
Looks
and I
amazing.
think it was a good closure. Please don't open that wound up again. We don't need.
It's
it.
a good send off for Woody.
It's
Yeah.
a great.
So my
send-off for
question
Woody.
is, why is he in this movie?
Well,
Is this
I
the? It
think-
might be the Tim Allen send off.
That might be, but I think
He also becomes a lost toy. That's it. We'll slowly go through all of the characters introduced, and they become.
But I
lost
think
toys.
the toys go back to find Woody, because
Oh.
Woody is the original
Yeah.
the known for he can solve the problems.
He's the money maker.
Knows the money maker. Tom Hanks is the money maker. But I think because the whole point of this one is the iPads and the rise of technology.
It's got a great
and
concept.
Kids, they go back to fighting Woody because Woody holds so much to children, especially adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone, I'm not sure you guys did, but my brother had several Woody toys.
Oh,
he loves Woody so much. It was his favorite when he was a kid.
Buzz was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I
I
like
see
Jessie.
Woody. Jesse,
I love Jesse.
Yeah.
That's valid. That's base.
But I feel like they're gonna get him to come back to save Bonnie.
That sounds
Maybe.
about right.
Bonnie goes to college this time.
Well,
and then
I don't
Bonnie's
think she
little
will.
sister or cousin or third twice removed dog's brother.
This is definitely
Is the iPad
this
kid.
is definitely
the
a
iPad
franchise
kid, I
that
don't
should have stopped at a trilogy.
I
though.
feel like
Yeah.
this will be the last one. This
They've got
has to be the
Star
last
Wars
one.
dreams.
And I feel like the only reason why they brought it back is because of the technology. They're like, wow, this is crazy.
Sure,
Let's
they're
make
like,
a
we can
film
do
about
this.
It.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
obviously it's going to make a...
It's going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going
Straight
to say
away.
a bad word there, but yeah, it's going to make a lot of money.
Incredibles 3.
Yeah,
Incredibles 3?
This one,
I
I don't know,
dunno.
man.
I don't know how I feel about it.
The
Is
first
Brad
one's such a masterpiece.
Bird directing
Brad
it?
Bird is not directing; he's developing it. So I don't know if he's going to end up directing
Because
it.
he directed the second one.
He directed the second one. The second one's okay. I don't love it.
I think it's really good.
I
I'd say it's
understand
on
that.
par with
I
the
like-
first one.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
We'll fight later.
I'll have to
fight
see
here,
what the
please.
story is, but I like Incredibles a lot. That's probably my favorite Pixar film. So, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll be in.
I'll still be in because I do love The Incredibles, but I
Yeah.
just don't know where they're going to go.
Yeah, the story. I don't see a necessity for the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I always find the Incredibles films interesting in the context of modern superhero movies,
Yeah.
like on how they can comment on what the mainstream like Marvel and DC are doing. So, who knows?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Also, Daredevil Born
Yeah.
Again.
Did you see the trailer?
No, I haven't seen
It
the
didn't get
trailer.
released officially. I saw
Somebody
clip on-
filmed it.
it looks amazing.
Okay.
John Bernthal's in it. Punisher.
Oh, yep.
I don't really care about Marvel anymore because of some
No.
Comic-Con news. Some Comic-Con news that
we
really,
will
really
talk about.
infuriated
Yes.
me, and I get way too emotional about. But Daredevil Born Again looks sick. I like Daredevil, so
Because I haven't seen the TV show.
it's great. It's
But
so good. That's why I'm
When
excited.
he popped
for it.
up in She-Hulk, I think was the best part of it too.
The only
I
good part
didn't
about
watch
it.
She-Hulk because I didn't want to watch it because it looked bad. It looked so bad. It
Oh,
looked
it's
so
one
bad.
of the grossest
Yeah,
things I've
the
ever seen.
CGI looked crap. I was just like, I'm not putting in effort. to
The
watch it.
finale of that TV show is one of the most baffling things I've ever seen.
also disliked how they put Megan Thee Stallion in it as well. I was like, why are we? It's because they're not making money.
Yeah.
Let's get names.
When I
in.
was watching that scene, I was like, this is really how I spend my time.
I'm so sorry, Jake.
We're
Yeah.
so sorry about
You
that.
could have been playing video games.
Yeah,
True.
you could have been.
Last little bit of Disney stuff or animated stuff. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Frozen 3 and 4 and Zootopia
Ugh.
2.
Why?
I feel like after the second one, Frozen was done.
Never seen Frozen or Frozen
Okay,
2.
well,
Wow.
the second one I didn't
liked
like because I
more.
thought that I didn't like because I thought they were gonna make Anna more important. No, it's still Elsa.
Yeah.
I
it's
was
always
like,
been
oh
Elsa.
my god.
No one's like, I want to be
Yeah.
Anna. They
Yeah,
all want
because
to be Elsa.
the whole point of the second film was finding the fifth element. I'm like, oh my god, Anna.
love that movie.
Love. It's gonna be Anna. It's gonna be Anna. No, it's Elsa because ice is clearly the fifth element. And I left the cinema like that was a waste of time and a waste of money.
So what you're saying is go and watch The Fifth Element instead of Frozen.
Yes.
Just don't go and watch Frozen. Don't give them the money. Don't give Disney the money to keep making Frozen. They made the special shorts as well with the like Frozen Fever, and I'm like, okay, this is like interesting.
It sounds like a disease.
They didn't just announce Frozen 3 too. That's the most baffling thing about it. They're like, 3 and
We
then
know
4.
3's going to
Hey,
be good
we-
enough to get 4. Like,
It's like, what?
okay.
I feel like
But
the
what
second one
do
should
we
be
know?
done.
Yeah.
Zootopia 2, though, I liked the first one. I don't know her. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
it's enough of a break to where it might be, okay, here's a franchise that we don't have to make any more ideas for.
Yeah.
Let's just milk it
It's
for more
also
money.
been a long time
Yeah.
since the first one.
So we'll see.
We'll see. I liked
see.
I liked the first one. I think it was
Yeah,
pretty good,
that was
but
really
I
good.
don't know.
I
where
want to
they're
see
gonna go
more
with
of the
second one.
the mob stuff, more of the Godfather stuff.
Yes.
that was cool.
Well, there's. I feel like
There's the short.
Yeah,
there's
the
a short
shorts.
of it,
There's
but I don't think
shorts.
that's enough.
No, I want I want to know more
Godfather
about it.
1, 2, and 3
Yeah, that is
from
just-
the rat's perspective.
Yeah.
All right, and then Star Wars stuff as well.
Yeah. So Mando and
There's
Grogu
more. Yeah.
is going to be a movie
Oh,
Oh,
that
wow.
comes out. They showed a snippet of it. I watched it online. Looked okay.
Okay.
There's a lot of flashbacks and stuff to the show, and then it showed some new footage. I think this is coming out in 2026. I don't like Mando season 3, but I like Mando as a character, and I like Grogu. So you know what? I'm excited to see them on the big screen.
Okay. I hope Zeb's there. I like Zeb.
He's in it. He's in the trailer.
Good.
We also got news on Andor season 2, which is the most important thing that happened.
This is. I can't rave enough about how much Andor is
The best.
It's the best Star Wars TV show that isn't animated.
I think it's so much better than Clone Wars.
Shush, you're wrong. It was so divisive when it first came out because people were like, "Oh, this is so boring." But that's because they don't get the point of Star Wars. Star Wars is, yes, sure, it's fighting and it's Jedi stuff, but a big part of the original 3 films was the politics and the motives and how stuff happened and a little bit behind the scenes, and it's more of a drama.
Yeah.
And they just capitalized on it, and made it more of a drama, less actiony, and it is so much better.
We got some info about the season. It's going to be set over the course of 4 years, leading up to Rogue One. Ben Mendelsohn's going to be in it. Alan Tudyk as K2SO.
Of course.
So it's going to be awesome.
So he must join the Rebels.
Yeah.
But I hope this is a longer season as well.
It's 12 episodes.
There we go. I love it already.
Isn't it the same as the first one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because the first one kind of had a bit where you're like, okay, they did what they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah,
there's more.
Yeah.
But there's only going to be 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They've said.
But that's perfect, though. It's like
because
short and sweet.
Diego might be a bit old. That's the
Plus,
only
we
thing.
have Rogue One after that.
We have Rogue
it's
One.
like there's
That's
no
okay.
need to do more.
If they can continue more on like the Mon Mothma stuff, that would be
Perhaps.
super cool. And
She's a good character.
I would say, yeah, because her like nefarious dealings and stuff was awesome, and the acting actually in those scenes in the Coruscant apartment was incredible. Yeah. What else?
They did Skeleton Crew as well.
Skeleton Crew, Jude Law,
The TV
Yes.
show.
on stage. I don't know. I don't really have many thoughts about it.
No.
I don't like kids in TV shows too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Neither.
But this is definitely targeted younger demographic. But we'll see.
This is probably be the one I skipped.
Oh, one we didn't talk about, The Acolyte.
Oh, yeah.
That came out as
I
well.
didn't watch it.
I've slowly been watching it.
No.
I don't like it
Thank you.
at all. The
reviews are hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
That's
And there's
so
a lot of people hate the director because of there was like a secretly recorded conversation where they said some things and people were like, okay, this is what we can see this in your work now, and go, okay, we understand why you did this because of this specific thought or perception that you have. It's terrible. I really like the Jedi stuff.
Yeah.
If it was more of the stuff around the temple and that kind of thing rather than someone who's been pushed out, I think it would be much better.
I refuse to watch it, but
I
my brother's watched it and he's like, "What have they done?"
Yeah.
I heard about something that happened in the last episode of that show that kind of made me scratch my head.
Spoilers?
Darth Plagueis is in it.
Brother.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Yeah. It's
Alright.
not. It
Interesting.
hasn't been doing that well.
Okay, one
I've
last
been
thing.
I've been suffering through it. Yeah.
One last thing about D23 that can lead into Comic-Con. We got a reveal of the Fantastic Four suit.
Oh, what?
Looks pretty bad.
I
It
didn't
looks.
watch it.
It doesn't look as great, but you know what? I still like the cast.
I like the cast so much, and that can get into Comic-Con where we got a test footage, not officially released, but I saw it online. I think the cast talked about it.
This one?
Just search up
Oh, no.
Fantastic Four suit D23. Yeah, that's it. The one on
It's
the
got
left.
a. It's they're trying to do a retro look.
Yeah.
And I get what they're doing because, like, the poster when they announced the cast with the, like, Valentine's Day, very retro.
Yeah. I like those suits.
I know, they're cute. But
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the actual suits.
Yeah. But
It's
yeah,
so,
they
like,
talked about it at
70s.
Comic-Con. They saw some footage. I think Pedro Pascal is going to crush it because I saw a clip of him doing Reed Richards. He looks amazing. I love the cast.
I
like you
love the
said.
cast. It's a great, great cast.
Yeah. I really hope this movie's good.
And they all look like they actually enjoy each other's company as well outside of.
Michael Giacchino's doing the score. I've heard a bit
Yeah.
of it. Sounds great.
But again, it's a great cast, and I actually
Yeah.
can't wait to see what they do with it. I'm
And
just sad
Vanessa
about
Kirby.
the cast.
Like
Yes.
after seeing her in Mission Impossible and all that,
She's so good in
she's
those movies.
really good. Put her in more things.
So at
please.
Comic-Con, they talked about that. They talked about the new Captain America film where we saw some footage of Harrison Ford as Red Hulk. There's also an image of that came out as.
Yeah.
Did you see
Oh
it?
yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I saw the video clip.
Yeah.
Eh.
It didn't look that
It
bad.
didn't look terrible, but I wonder
Um,
what the context is and if
Yeah.
we will like it. I don't know. A lot of things I don't have enough thoughts on, which
Yeah.
I think is good.
Yeah.
Because then it's more of a blank slate to go in.
So they talked
without
about
any-
Fantastic Four. They talked about Captain America. They talked about Thunderbolts, which is another one. Like
Yes.
Which
similar.
is already in production. I
Yeah.
think it's at the end at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I saw Florence posted on set.
Okay.
some stuff.
So it must be pretty much done.
They were halfway through when she posted, so I think they're done and they're about to head into post.
Okay.
Should I set up the biggest news that Marvel dropped at Comic Con
Yeah.
though?
All right.
So they announced that
this is dumb.
they announced that they're making 2 Avengers films.
Yeah.
One is called Avengers Doomsday, and one is called Avengers Secret Wars. They announced that the Russo brothers are returning to direct these films. They haven't directed a film since Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
So this is a good idea.
It could be
They're
good.
good
Yeah.
at making those movies.
Infinity War and Endgame were some of the best Avengers films.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
they're the best Marvel
let's
films.
do it.
And
There's a
then they
narrative.
announced that obviously with the title Doomsday, that they're shifting from Kang because Jonathan Majors obviously is a problem. They're shifting to Kang. They're doing Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Another great idea,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
awesome. He's a great villain.
Yes.
It makes sense.
But and this is
Who did
we
they
should-
announce?
Wait. We should say this is in the same universe.
No,
No, it is.
no. It is in the same universe. Yeah. That's been
Oh,
confirmed.
it is. Okay.
So
never mind.
who did they bring
I'll
out
leave.
on stage to announce as
Oh,
who's playing
I don't
Doctor
know.
Doom?
Who?
When I saw this, I thought I was gonna have heart palpitations.
Because when
Robert
when
Downey
did it-
Jr..
Yeah. When this came out, when was it? We were. This was during the we were having rehearsal. During rehearsal,
Yeah.
it came out, and all of everyone around us was like,
what in the world?
What is happening? This is
Yeah.
what? Huh?
Robert
I-
Downey Jr.
I don't know how I feel about it. Robert Downey Jr., a great actor.
Amazing actor.
Why?
It's so dumb.
Why?
It's so dumb.
Why?
Please, just let
On
him
so many
let him
levels.
sleep.
let him enjoy his
rest.
retirement of Marvel and not come back.
Ironheart also got announced. Yes.
Yes, also Ironheart got
so
announced.
Robert
Anyway.
Downey Jr. is an actor that won an Oscar maybe in March this year
Yeah.
for a great role in a great movie, a great serious movie. I'm not meaning to trash comic book movies and superhero movies. They're not
Yeah.
serious movies, but Oppenheimer is a dramatic role,
And he
did amazing in it.
Yeah.
He was
And
amazing.
he probably could have gotten any role he wanted after that.
In fact, he can.
He can, and he also already has all the money in the world. But what
Exactly.
does he decide to do? He decides to come back and play a villain.
And I wonder actually how much money they're giving him.
I read
To come
80 million.
Wow. Yeah, that would.
Can I have some of that?
I would.
Hey, if you guys donate it
rock
to
up.
the show, we'll bring all of our listeners to Sydney IMAX to watch whatever the hell you want to watch.
Robert Downey Jr. to earn significantly upwards
Twice.
of 80 million for Doctor Doom and Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw the announcement, and I was like, okay, how are they going to do this?
Hmm.
Because it's in the same universe.
Yeah.
He's canonly dead
Yes.
as Tony.
Yes.
Is he coming from another universe, or is it that he actually never
They
died,
just
and now
never
you have to
take
tell
his
us?
mask off.
I think
No, I think they do. I think they will.
Like he
think
did
It's
on
Robert
stage.
Downey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think the idea
They
is
pay
that
for the face.
they want to use the multiverse to bring in a variant of Tony Stark that is because in the comics apparently a variant of Tony Stark is Doctor Doom.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
So apparently
Yeah.
that's gonna be it.
That makes sense.
Which is such a
but-
disservice to Doctor Doom. Why is Doctor Doom just a version of Tony Stark?
Whereas we could have had this universe as a whole different person, and then
Yeah.
if we wanted to cross back into the multiverse, then we
Mm.
could bring him in. But it's Disney. It's not Marvel. I feel like it's more Disney going, we need money.
Yeah.
Let's get
It's
him
the
in.
most desperate thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, Kevin Feige is like desperate.
But it's the same as I love the Fantastic Four cast, but it's the same with Pedro and Joseph Quinn and Vanessa Kirby. They're big names at the moment because they're in the spotlight. Vanessa Kirby's in the spotlight from The Crown still.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that came out back in 2016 when she was casted. They're getting popular names in because they're not getting nearly as
a
enough
popular
money.
name. They should have. There's a Reddit post on this. That someone's petitioning for
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah. It's
Oh
just
my
watch
God, yes!
just watch Oppenheimer and choose the
kidding
other
me?
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the other one.
He would be amazing
Yeah.
in it.
Who-
But I also don't think he'd willingly go into a Marvel
No,
film.
I
It's very
I don't
not
think so
his
either.
thing.
Yeah.
Because he was in Batman
Yeah, true.
as Scarecrow?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did a really good job there.
He did an amazing
He's
job.
so
But
good
he
in
wasn't
those
in it
movies.
very much.
No,
Yeah, it's a
because
very small role.
I don't think he's a very big superhero-esque person.
So this got announced like 2 days after I saw Deadpool Wolverine, so
Yeah.
I was just feeling terrible about all
yeah,
of this.
I would have too.
Because in Deadpool and Wolverine, they make a joke about how the multiverse sucks and how
Yeah.
the multiverse saga sucks and how it's been bad since Endgame. So I was like, okay, if you're going to come out on that, why is this movie a multiverse movie? And then 2 days later, they announced they're going to use the multiverse to bring Robert Downey Jr. back. I was like, you guys aren't even listening to what you're saying.
Yeah. I also feel so sorry for Chris Hemsworth. He's still sucked in until 2027.
It's
I
like,
feel so bad
But
for him.
I feel bad for him, but a little bit better because he's slowly slipping into his Aussie accent.
I know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
awesome
you
in
can't-
Furiosa.
At the end
Yeah.
of what's
Love
it
and
called?
Thunder?
Love and Thunder. At the end of Love and Thunder, when
It's so
he's
Aussie.
talking to his daughter, he
It's
doesn't.
just Aussie.
He's not putting on an accent. He doesn't
No.
care.
his accent in Furiosa
something.
is crazy. He's
I've
like
heard of-
on
yeah,
a
it's
1,000.
like-
It's such a good performance.
It's like
He's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
if an American was born in Australia, developed the accent, then went to the US, and then turned it up to 11. That's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah. Mm.
It's a bit of like the stereotypical.
Yeah.
Mm.
It works.
Yeah. It
It's
does
not
work.
It's not in the bad like Crocodile Dundee style, but it works. It's
It's
good.
just Chris Hemsworth.
Ask Josh about it. We'll get him on.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, I love that.
I
like
like the accent.
I love
Anyway,
it.
it's just like, what am I supposed to feel now when I rewatch Endgame and Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr. Dies?
He dies, and you're like,
Like
oh.
he worked
see
so
him in a couple of
much
years. Yeah.
to like, and he's like, this is the end of the character. Like this is a great send, and he was like, this is a great send off. Like, oh my god, and then he's back, and I'm like, okay, so
wish-
was it a great send off?
Yeah, I wish I
'Cause-
could go back in time and like look at myself after Endgame and be like, you can't be upset.
I wish I was part of the casting
because
team.
guess what?
Shush.
Coming back.
I wish I was part of the casting team because as
Yeah.
much as I love Robert, I would not put him in it. Just because
No.
the fact that he had left such a mark on Marvel.
Hmm.
Why would you come back?
It's not even like he had a small role in Marvel. He was the
He's the-
face of it.
He was the face everywhere.
Marvel worked around him.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Started and ended with him.
They
Yeah.
built him up, and then he is the face of Marvel. No one else can take that away
No
from
one
him.
can.
I've been mad about this since I saw it. I'm
Yeah,
still mad about it.
I'm upset about it.
Whereas War Machine, there's a couple different people.
Yeah. It can't be it can't be that hard to get another actor. Or just recast Kang if you really want to. I mean, it's like there's so many other ideas they could have gone, but this shows that they truly don't care about their universe and they just care about the money.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like looking at the cast list and yeah, it's really the money.
There's no care for the characters. There's no care for the universe,
No.
and there's no care for keeping people dead. They brought back Hugh Jackman. Cool. They brought back Robert Downey Jr. Sick. It's terrible.
And the whole point is that they're trying to get the new young Avengers, the
Fan
young
service.
cast.
Yeah.
And
I don't like who
and I
cares
don't-
about any of these new characters anymore.
No,
You should go to Avengers Campus at Disneyland.
no, thank you.
No.
So we'll see how that turns out. But you know what?
Yeah.
We'll see where they go with it and what gets announced.
I'm gonna have to see it. I have to see what
well,
that's
yeah,
like.
it's Avengers. I will still
Yeah.
see it regardless
And
if
you'll
it's a new
write some-
cast.
Some of the best Letterboxd reviews ever.
Yes, you will.
It's at an automatic half star right now for me. So we'll see. We'll see how it. We'll see how.
Oh my
We'll see if
God.
it can go up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a little bit of Film Society stuff. So,
Yeah.
for those of you who came to our meet and greet on Wednesday, thank you so much for coming. Also, keep an eye on Instagram. We've got a lot of events coming up we're super keen for.
Mm-hmm.
But the big one for this semester is the UC Film Festival hosted by the Film Society. This is going to be an event. We're going to have it as an event. We're going to get a panel of judges, independent judges from the uni, maybe a couple of outside people. We're
Yeah.
still working on it. We don't know the dates yet.
No.
But we are super keen for this. We want all of you to submit your best work. So everybody who won an award at the screening, you can resubmit your film.
Yeah.
We'll let you resubmit your film.
If you've done anything over the break,
Yeah.
submit it.
Submit it.
Submit anything. You
No.
don't have to submit just one as well.
Yeah.
Like,
And if you're a member of the Film Society, you get free entry, which
Exactly.
is amazing. And also, we need to plug this. Our membership, it's $10 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
You get free access and entry to all of our events, which can be amazing, especially for this film festival where it can be upwards of like $80 to submit your film. So definitely
Exactly.
jump on it.
definitely worth paying the $10 if you want to submit a film
100%.
instead of the $80.
Have a look at the link tree in our bio on Instagram for it, or
Yes.
if you go to UCX Clubs, you should be able to find
Yeah.
us on there. We're also doing trivia, but we will
Get back on dates.
we'll
Yeah.
get back to you guys on
Keep
dates.
posted on the Instagram.
And
Yeah, Instagram will be where the updates of events will always be.
every Friday night Jake will be sticking up a weekly film recommendation.
Yeah, I'll
Could be
put where you
anything.
can watch it. I'll put information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Keep an eye on Instagram
Post
for
some
that.
stills.
Also Discord.
I'd post it to Discord as well.
Yeah.
We'll put it on
Sounds
Discord. But yeah, if there's anything else that comes up, we will let you know in the next couple episodes.
Yeah.
But that's it for our first episode of season 3. Thank you so much for listening. Ella, thank you so much
Thank
for coming.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Excited to have
We
you.
look forward
Yeah.
to having the rest of the season with you.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a wrap.
See ya.